I also protect head of the mafia, the Russian mafia in South Africa. So here we go. It's good for you. So the Israeli one and the Russian.
Wait,
So it's Russian mafia protection. So he made sure they stayed alive.
you can tell us all of this and we won't end up in the back of a trunk or anything like that?
I say, okay, everybody in a circle, and I'm going in the middle second and say, I'll go to fight each of one of you. I fight one by one, or the Krav Maga from this one by one. I up each of one of them. I be kaput, I be each of one of them. And I start to realize the Krav Maga is rotten.
Did you ever meet someone in your mafia time, Russian or Israeli, that scared you?
Every day,
Wow.
every day.
Let's start from the very beginning, Idan. Welcome to Strip Mall Sensei. I am Adam, the Strip Mall Sensei, and today I have a very special interview I'm doing today. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host, Cliff Odette.
I'm co-host now.
You're co-host today. Cliff is the head of MDS North America, and he actually runs mdsnorthamerica.com. Check out the website. You could learn the MDS system by going there. There's tons of great videos to watch. And you can get the first month for free by using my code StripMallSensei. After that, it's just $20 a month. Moving forward, today I and Cliff are interviewing a very controversial man in the martial arts system. His name is Idan Abolnik, and I have done a video with him previous, and I thought, why not take some time to sit him down and ask him some questions and figure out what he's all about. So, not bearing the lead, Idan Abolnik, how are you doing today, sir?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having me. Again, good to see you. And I'm really looking forward for that podcast.
Awesome. Now, you have a system called KALAH.
KALAH.
So, excuse me, you have a system called KALAH. My bad, thank you. Co-host over here.
Hey man, I like his stuff.
And it is based off of IDF. Could you tell us a little bit about KALAH and how you came up with it?
Okay, so let me make it clear. KALAH not based on Krav Maga, not on the way we're thinking about the street, not the way we're thinking about self-defense, and not the way we are training. So let me just give you a background very quickly. I'm Israeli. I was born in Israel. It's been time to go to the army. I enjoyed the Commando Brigade Golani. I'll be a fighter. All my time of service, I'll be in the front line, fight. I'll be an NMG guy. And part, of course, of our training is Krav Maga, what everybody know. My journey of Krav Maga, let's say, is a negative journey of Krav Maga, already started in my army time, in a sense of, people not understand the Krav Maga session, the IDF military, especially commando unit, combat elite unit. Most of the time, it's basically, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear here, but it's up. Basically, it's a you up. It's basically a session to push your mindset, your physical mindset. So people think, you don't, from the morning to afternoon techniques, special techniques. No, it's not that. You basically develop your mindset, a lot of aggression exercise, a lot of sparring, one-on-one, two-on-one, etc. And when it comes to techniques, it's maybe 1 hour before the session finish, before you finish the session one, and then you go into the shooting range or whatever. And this is where they teach you techniques. If it's a knife defense or how to defend yourself against a knife when you have the rifle, and all this, I'm sorry to say, but it's just the truth, all the nonsense. So what's happened to me personally, in one of the sessions, the instructor asked volunteer. And I was come as a volunteer. And he showed his knife defense, of he showed block and punch, push kick, and with the rifle. And then he said to me, Abolnik, in the army, they always call you with the surname. Abolnik attack me fast, attack me aggressive. So I attack him aggressive, like a terrorist will attack. And I attack him maybe too aggressive. He finish on the floor. I continue steady. He not even try to defend himself. And I get punished because I be too aggressive. And from here, I realize, and if I said the truth, not only me, if you talk in anyone a fighter done Krav Maga in the military will tell you exactly what it is. It's not what people think. And in that moment, I realized something missing in the Krav Maga, whatever you want to call this, Krav Maga industry, Krav Maga curriculum, or whatsoever.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, the part is, honestly, I studied Krav Maga on the civilian side, right? And I did the exact same thing that he just had the epiphany moment that something's missing. And that's why I kept searching for something else as well. Through the civilian side, they spend more time and energy on it, the techniques and the broad strokes. But there was that piece missing that's why I found MDS and Fred, is because I wanted real violence, I wanted the interaction, and I wanted the pressure, but it had to actually work. And you'll find, that's the piece that honestly, same exact reason why I started searching outside Krav. I've studied 4 different styles of Krav Maga, and I like the journey of the Krav because that's my foundation besides wrestling, right? But yeah, that's the exact same reason why I went searching, is because I watched people in my class and I'm like, that won't work.
Right.
And then I was the stupid student, just like him. Okay, I'll attack you.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, you've complained in the past about even how the IDF trains Krav Maga, right?
Go ahead, yeah.
So, I mean, that's interesting to me. I mean, you're taking actual, like, military training and you're...
Well, get it straight. With the military, they've got months. Listen, when they send them out into the field, even the U.S., anybody, unless you go specialized, it's a short period of time. They have to teach you a hand-to-hand skill. Okay, now you're going to go out in the field and kill somebody or use this stuff to defend yourself. Mm-hmm. It's not civilian training. It's a very intensive style training.
Yeah.
And Krav Maga got mystified that this is super training. Only the highest level of stuff. And that's why you have Haganah and other stuff within Krav Maga.
Yeah.
It's the basic is taught to everybody.
Yeah.
And then he can go further because, again, I'm civilian, but military style training is an intensive short burst. Mm-hmm. Then they're like, all right, cool, here's your gun, here's your stuff, now go work.
So Krav Maga is not something the IDF, specifically for the fighter unit, the special forces unit, they're not so much emphasize of let's make this, the soldier or the commando expert in hand-to-hand combat, because we don't need this. We literally don't need this. People live in a movie, IDF. No, it's not like that. It's opposite. Absolutely opposite.
Well, yeah, and that does make sense. And when you break it down like that, like I totally agree with you. How many years do you think it took you to design the system KALAH?
KALAH still until today be designed. KALAH is always movement. The reality always changing. We must do always change. So I cannot tell you it's a complete system. It's not complete system. Absolutely not. It's not a perfect system. Absolutely not. But this technique, let's say, to establish something, or glory to God, taking about, I don't want to lie to you, 13 years, I say, more or less.
And that's respectable. And I mean, it kind of reminds me of Fred, like a constant student.
And that's what you want to be, honestly, with the current fighting, right? It's obviously evolving and changing because we have TV, we have all this stuff, and people are seeing this stuff and watching movies, and movies have become way more realistic to the point of hyper-realism, right?
Yeah.
Where you see blood splatter flying everywhere, and you're like, oh my God, that's not real. Their style of fighting is long range, medium range. If they're in the hand-to-hand, something went wrong, right? They got surprised because they're operators and they're doing stuff like that. But yeah, it's different. Military versus civilian is so much. But the fact that KALAH is constantly evolving because the threat's changing. People are attacking you differently. If you'd have looked at MMA, UFC, right? Mm-hmm. People were stand-up fighters before UFC, and then they all got in the bar. Oh, what would happen if Tyson went after Bruce Lee? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
That was a common comment. Tyson would crush Bruce Lee. Let's be honest. Bruce Lee's tiny. Tyson is huge. He's a monster. Mm-hmm. But the movies make it realistic. You see Jet Li with Tyson, and they're going at it. But that's movie magic.
Yes, yeah. And I mean, you bring that up a lot in your seminars. Because Cliff and I, so the audience knows, Cliff and I just went to his knife and gun seminar in LA. Fun. It was intense. There's a lot of pressure on it. And you regularly bring up this idea that like, you know, you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to face the pressure of the system. Then go find a movie producer and be a stuntman. You know what I mean? And
Correct.
I think I really appreciate that. Like your seminar, you really put the pressure on because you believe in this hyper intense, hyper real thing. And part of that is because you come from South Africa. And Cliff and I were talking about the Western mindset versus the South African mindset and what you deal with on a daily basis. So could you tell me briefly about what life is like in South Africa and perhaps how it's influenced KALAH?
Okay, it's a very good question. So, also when I arrived to South Africa, I arrived in 2003. It was completely a shock for me. The level of crime, the level of the brutality of the crime, and the variety of the crime. Yeah, you know, you ever hear everything, literally everything: kidnapping, murder, hijacking, human trafficking, drugs. So it was also a shock for me, and I automatically start to do research of the mindset of the crime, specifically in South Africa. I mean, I work with the correctional services. I managed to interview criminals, you know, how they use the knife, why they kill, you know, what they're thinking when they kill, you know, just to understand more about this almost like evil men. You know, some of them evil, some of them which take your babies in front of them, put it in the oven, and kill your baby in front of you, and they're not going to, it's like nothing for them. They will rape the woman 15 times in front of the husband, and after they rape the woman, they will shoot the woman and then shoot the husband. So I realized, listen, and I need to do something. If I want to give a self-defense, I cannot sell illusion in South Africa. I cannot sell to people block and punch against knife, because you got to be, I don't know. So I automatically start to realize I need to do something. So again, I'm very much believe in God. I pray, I train, I develop. I done hectic things in my journey to develop using real knife, real gun, real rifle, just to little bit go to the bottom of the line, bottom of the line of that. And to live in South Africa, just for you to give an example, if we go and we talk about Cape Town, every 5 minutes, women get raped. If we talk about murders, okay, we talk about every week, between 30 to 35 murders a week. So it's a jungle. It's basically jungle here. This is the life of South Africa. So we cannot play around here.
Well, Cliff, I think you had a question for him.
No, actually, that kind of answered it, to be honest, because with the Western, we were just talking in the car as I was driving up, and I said, you know, your level of training is always hyper realistic, like murder. You're going to die, right? And I was joking around with him. I've been in several fights, and I talked to all my friends. I was a dumbass, and I fought because I wanted to fight. But in the Western world, afterwards, we'd fight, and then we get each other a beer, and we talk about it, because it's totally different, right? I see that your set is only dealing with the hyper-realistic. The interaction is you're going to die or a loved one is going to die. There is no middle ground with your style, which I've incorporated your style because I like that piece. But in the Western world, I can't use the level of intensity all the time because some of the interactions will put me in jail for what you do. So I have to know when to pull back and dial it back. When facing life and death, your stuff is absolutely amazing. The grip, its gross motor skills, I love it. But I've never faced that. I'm 52 years old, and I've been stupid my whole life. I only got better because my wife made me better, you know? I've been shot at for being stupid. I've had guns pulled on me, but they pulled the gun on me to use as a threat, not to kill me, to poke me in the head and use it as a threat. It's a totally different world. It is like I would never travel to the Philippines because the Philippines look wonderful, but at the same level of danger, South Africa is one of the hot spots in the world from all the crazy
and that's
things.
my ultimate question is you still retain citizenship in Israel, right? Why the hell are you in South Africa? Like, why would you put up with that? Just a personal...
It is a kind of crazy place to
Are you
stay.
addicted to the adrenaline? Like, what is the deal with that, Idan?
I think it's a two answer for this question. One, I believe God put me here for a reason.
Okay.
Second, second is to see how KALAH helped to many people to survive the most extreme situation. If it's the farmers of South Africa, I'm one of the guy, and it's an honor to be called like that. The farmers community call. I'm the guy saved the farmers. This is the name of the guy trained the farmers for to survive the most brutal attack. I see the KALAH help to the community here. I see the KALAH help to the crime intelligence here, to the people really want to fight crime here and want to survive. So I know it's a difficult country to live in, but I believe I have a calling here, and I see my calling. It's not just I believe. I see how my students survive brutal attack, how my instructor, how myself, how the farmers. You know, we have a funny story. The main funny story, not so funny, but the main news in South Africa done article, TV. Sorry, it's be on the main TV news. How KALAH team go into a farmers when the bad people hold him hostage. Not even the special forces going in. It's our team going in to save the day and to take the people. It's all over the news, all over in South Africa. So I see my calling. And I'm not addicted to adrenaline. I be there, I done that, but this is I feel my calling. That's all.
So the question, is there no okay, because in the Western world, we fight, right? And we train, but when we again, I've never experienced, so every fight there is for life and death. Like when someone gets an altercation, like you bump someone on the street or you're in the bar. I don't know people who go to the bar in South Africa, but if you're in the bar, you're like walking down the mall and they bump you and they press you. Is it literally at that point someone's going to pull out a knife and you're going to go to work and someone's going to die right there? Wow.
Correct. They pull a knife or a gun. How many people go to a nightclub, they start arguments, and that's it. They take the gun, pop on you 5 bullets, and go.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because it does happen. Like in some of the places it does happen. They'll shoot, but they'll shoot and spray, or they'll shoot 1 or 2. They won't go to double tap and put one in the dome. It doesn't happen when they knife. They're not knifing you to kill you. They're knifing you to show you that they have a knife. You get stabbed. My friends have been stabbed with screwdrivers, knives. Thank God it hasn't happened to me yet. But it's 1 or 2. It's not to finish you off. No. It's just to show you that they have a knife. And sometimes they'll get a lung and the person will die. But for the most part, the violence that we see here, we'll call them soldier versus civilian, right? Mm-hmm. The person we know them as gang members, right? Yeah. Gang members versus gang members, the violence is different. Yeah. Gang members versus civilian bumping you on the street until they realize what you are is enough. It's like a shark attack. They'll bite you once and be like, okay, cool, then they'll move on. But what he's saying is it's shark versus shark every single time that someone's going to finish you. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, Idan, I have to say, you truly believe in your calling, because like I was doing some research on you and I read that in 2018, Malema, the president of South Africa, he said he made a statement that an Israeli was training snipers in South Africa. Now, of course, he didn't mention you or KALAH by name, but it seems to be that everybody knew who they were talking about. Do you want to speak on that? Because I thought that was really interesting. Like, you're into some shit, my man. Tell me about that.
So but even this is even worse. You can find, I can send you a link when the news be done on me a lot of articles. Even the news they done a big report on me for I'm training the farmers to come to. I'm training the farmers for the farmers to take over the government. The South Africa intelligence be on me. South Africa intelligence be on me. So what Malema be on me on my case, but the things Malema and South Africa, everything I do is legal. everything I do, it's legal. This is one. Second, how you can tell me I'm training the farmers to take over the government when I'm also train your special forces and I train your crime intelligence. So before you do report, keep a report like that, make sure you know what you're doing. So, yeah, and my wife always say,
Go ahead.
Idan, how you not scared? How you don't, Because I said to her, listen, I don't do anything wrong. I do only right. I'm not training the farmers to overcome the government. I text them. I train them how to protect themselves. I know the training look military, special forces, rifle, guns, house clearing, bush warfare, but this is what we deal with. This is what the farmers deal with. So I'm training according to the level of the crime. That's all. So Malema be upset about that, and news all over. I could not even walk in the mall because people want selfie and what this is the guy,
Crazy.
So it's okay. I know what I'm doing and I do it everything by the book.
Imagine Trump knows who you are,
Yeah.
and saying all this. That's the level. It's the president of the country knows him. Is like, hey, by the way, you want to train my troops? And then, oh yeah, by the way, you're trying to do an uprising. It's just so. This is unreal.
That is insane.
Oh, it's crazy.
But I do like that you're training their special forces, and then Malema says you're training snipers.
He
to
only
shoot.
wanted his side. Look, just train my side. Don't train the other people.
Yeah, that's so insane. Okay.
And you know what? I want to add something.
Yeah.
I want to say added something. I always be upset when the government, why they don't say the volunteer work I do in the township and train the women for free and don't charge them nothing. It's a poor of the poor. They're living in a shack. They get raped every day 15 times. I go and my team train them until for free, for nothing.
Well, here.
That Pius cannot say. That Mr. Malema cannot say. So it's always they talk what they're comfortable for them to do.
Use this platform here. Tell people where they can find your anti-training here.
Yeah.
And
where can
spread it.
Yeah, where can people find that?
They what?
Your training. So here's where they can't. They're not giving you the due credit. But here, tell people where do you train? When do you train on the weekends, or what days do they can come find you to help with the free training and that kind of stuff? Because again, you just told me your place is rough.
Yeah.
Excellent. Second, they are more than welcome to go to www.kalahsystem.com. They can send email direct to me, my email's there, and even my cell phone number, and they can ask the plan we want until workshop. We are from the township ABC. I make sure it's happen.
Perfect.
No cost, for free.
Perfect.
So, I understand that KALAH is it's becoming a worldwide system. I notice you have branches out in Germany and other countries. What is the ultimate plan for KALAH? It doesn't look like it's the type of system that would go into the strip mall. It's not something that...
You'd have the Karen come running out of that place so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really, I don't ever see it becoming a watered down like Krav Maga or Taekwondo or karate or anything like that. What are your future plans for KALAH? Just out of curiosity.
Okay, so I cannot imagine in my life how KALAH arrived today, because when I started in the beginning, a lot of people laugh at me, mock me, because I be the crazy guy. I really done crazy things. I'm not trying to run from that, and people say that if you're not going to stop it, you will never go to succeed. You never, and I always say the same answer. If your name is God, I would say amen for that, but your name is not God, so let me just continue what I believe. And what KALAH come today, over 32 countries, 17 special forces. I don't know how it's happened. My plan, I don't have a plan how to make myself rich or how to create thousands of schools. My plan and my, my burning inside me
Mission
is always to develop it to be better. That's it. This is my plan. Well, my plan is not, how people go to invite me. Fuck that. Invite me. Don't invite me. Don't invite me. No problem. My fire is always to develop. Always to develop. Always, as I call to the student, come. I think we can do that, and ask the student what you think. So I want to develop. I'm looking on reality. If I look reality, I see. Oh, now the criminal or the terrorist do that. How I can, I never go to match reality. When somebody tell you can be better from reality, is bullshit. Reality always got to be in advance. Unfortunately, I just want to, every year to become more closer, and that's it. This is my goal.
Okay, question. How do you see, because again, you're taking KALAH, and in Africa, the style that you've got where it's very brutal, and how do you translate that to, let's call it America or Europe, where the violence is violence, but it's not to the extreme that you're facing it on the day-to-day. This is where you've built your system for, you're going to die or I'm going to die. I don't want to die, so it's going to be you. In the US or Canada, or I'm not going to say Mexico because Mexico is pretty brutal, but the areas that are not as brutal, but the people that are going to pay for your system, then they want to learn the system because I guess it's a badge. Oh, look, I'm doing something super cool. Like I'm doing Krav or I'm doing BJJ. They like that. It's a fad. Let's call it that. They're not the day-to-day grinders that have been doing it for years and decades. They're the people that it's the coolest thing to do.
Yeah.
So how do you gear your system up for the coolest thing to do? And again, I went to your seminar, and you're like, I want to learn something new. I loved your phrase. There's the door. So it was brilliant, and the fact that your system's built on basic movements, and there's not 1,000 tools in the tool chest is wonderful. It's the same language I speak, but when I was there, I'm decades of training, and I was in love, but I saw the level of intensity. And a normal kid or a normal mom or dad walking in and watching their kid go through this or their loved one go through this, they're going to panic.
Yeah.
So how do you change it to fit the world, not just South Africa?
Okay, so it's a good question. So I will tell you, I respect your opinion and understand what you say. As a professional for so many years in the industry, but I will tell you my view of that. When I start traveling to Europe, it's been 2005. My first invitation is be to Italy. Italy be the most tranquilo, like relax country, and I've been invited to train the Carabinieri. I will answer the question with the story. Carabinieri, the Italian police, and I've been invited to teach arresting techniques for the police, a normal police, patrol police. No, so I come in there, and I start my training. I think it's been like 5 days training. After 20 minutes, the captain take me out. He said, is it got to be like that 5 days? I say, yeah, we just start. And he said to me, no, it's impossible to train like that. He said, no, this is Italy. Italy, it's more soft, it's more calm. I said, listen, now it's more calm. I understand. But few years, things will change. Now, look on Italy today. Italy today, if you go to Milan or Rome or even north of Italy, Verona, knife attack, it's like almost like South Africa level. Now, suddenly, the same captain in 2005, Idan, we must take the volume up. Now we must take, why now, my friend? What I tell you about? So my answer very simple. I'm not coming here to please you. I don't care if you from Italy or from USA. I'm not the pleaser. I'm not coming here to you not tell me how to train you. You jump into my match. My goal, no matter what country, is to train the worst case scenarios. The attacker not give up. The attacker fighting back. The attacker is full of drugs. The attacker want to take you and your family. And I just want to edit on that, just a second. Because I train like that for so many years, I find all my students and all my instructors are the most humble people on earth. They will go to the street, they will get a clip in the nightlife to the face, boom, and they not go to respond because they understand it's not necessary to respond for that. Because we train like that, it actually humble you and it makes society better. Our instructor not Rambo, I'm not a Rambo, no one is Rambo. So my goal, no matter what country, is to train you realistic. You want it? Welcome. You don't want it? welcome. You can go out.
I'm very pleased that you're saying that because so often we get the karate dojos because they start softening stuff, and Krav came here and it's softened and stuff. We have the European, so the weird thing, right? I got the opportunity to train Polish, right? In Polish, the lifestyle is very hard, and they really, really work. And in order for a Polish to take you seriously and trust you, you pretty much have to knock them out. Mm-hmm. And their level of intensity in life is very, very cheap there. So you have to train very, very hard.
Yeah.
And so often systems water down their stuff to meet the public, and the fact that Idan is not willing to do that is so
well.
great.
And Idan is
I'm actually super excited.
Idan is a true artist.
Oh, it's wonderful. I'm tired of people dumbing down their system to fit the public.
Yeah.
Which is thank you for saying that.
And it's funny you're on my channel, which is Strip Mall Sensei, but
again, it's necessary to learn. It's not saying that you do it all the time, but learning his skill sets and learning this stuff so that when life breaks loose and someone breaks into your house or something bad happens, you have that innate skill.
Yeah.
It's not so fine, you're a soft little lily that doesn't want to train all the time like that. Find some time to get that training and get that skill set. And the fact that he's not willing to dumb it down to make the masses happy, 2 thumbs up for me, buddy.
Now, you had some questions in regards to boxing.
Oh, actually,
wrestling.
I looked at the system. So I saw a lot of your gross motor skills. So this is just nothing that I'm going to say to is insulting. Is the fact that I'm like Forrest Gump, and I look at stuff and see how it works if it doesn't work. And I noticed in a lot of your movements and stuff like that, I saw the basis of boxing and grappling. So like when you're taking the arm, it's like you're going through an arm drag halfway through, and you're just tackling the arm. Your movements and your gross motor skills are very reminiscent of boxing and judo, grappling, wrestling, those tying up movements, and it's great. I mean, what I've always told people is there is no original martial art. We've been doing this for thousands upon thousands of years. We just kind of rediscover stuff because it starts working because we need it again. And when I was looking at his stuff and looking at the movements, and I know that piece and I know that piece, and sure as shit, when you do an arm drag or you're doing a duck hunt or you're doing these movements, this is the same stuff that he's doing, which these are tried and true methods, and they work.
Well, and I think a lot of people would like to know too, because we've got a lot of MMA guys who comment and stuff like that. They want to know, like, did you study BJJ? Did you study any boxing? Like, where's sort of where did you get
your pedigree?
Yeah,
you're gonna ask that question. What's your pedigree, sir?
Well, no, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
I got that so many times.
Yeah. But did you study any of that, Idan?
I don't study any martial arts. Like I say, I be a combat elite soldier, war fighting. Unfortunately, I've explained it the street, work for the Mafia. We will talk about that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay. So I have experience in violence. I started BJJ long time ago. In BJJ, I find it very fun, very game. But I don't have any martial art experience whatsoever. None.
Okay. Life experience. That's okay. But again, so what you're seeing is his movements are reminiscent of sport fighting because out of necessity. So what he's looking, when he traps the arm, when you see him take, and he restricts himself down, and then he takes the arm, and he takes he's fundamentally brilliant because he's taking, instead of looking at the limb, instead of the smallest target, he's looking at the large target and takes the limb, and then he holds the limb, and he's going after large movements where you can't actually move that shoulder fast enough away that it's brilliant. And the fact that he has no training, no formal training from any boxer or wrestler, the fact that he just said this works best, it shows you that these are tried and true methods over time.
Yeah. I agree with that. Now, let's get into some of the real juicy stuff. Idan, you are a nut, first of all, because I've seen videos of you training with live ammunition.
Ooh.
Let's talk about that. Do you recommend everyone trains with live ammunition? First of all, what inspired you to train with live ammunition to begin with? Like, what day did you wake up and be like, you know what? We're putting a magazine in. Tell me about it.
Okay, so what inspired me to do that? I'd be sick and tired for people, specifically when it's come to Krav Maga and people tell you how to do gun defense with a plastic gun and with a plastic rifle and with a plastic knife. I understand. Let me to talk until the end, then you will understand. And also in the army, the instructors, show you the gun defense, and I'm thinking on myself like, yeah, with the plastic, everything is possible. So what's happened at Idan? When I come to South Africa, I say, yeah, like you say, I remember Etienne, one of my instructors, say, Etienne, we're going to the shooting range. Cool, we go to shoot. No, we got to do something different. He said, what we got to do? So of course, I'm not going to tell him because he will not come with me. So I said, don't worry, just come. Okay, so we're arriving to the shooting range, okay? And I say, Etienne, take the gun, put magazine, the rack, put it here on my head, okay? And I want to feel what's happened. When Krav Maga gun defense on their head, they say, take it up, Some of them say, just break the gun. Some of them keep the kick. Okay, so I say, okay, Etienne, the moment I do this move, press the trigger. He'll be like, white. He said, what? I said, just press the trigger. So I done that and he pressed the trigger. And when the bullets come off here, I left the gun because I thought I get a shot in my face. I thought that's it. So I done that not to show I'm Rambo. I done that just to go to the bottom, to the root, just to feel what is a shot coming close to your face. People do plastic gun, they do this,
Yeah.
Because it's a plastic, okay? People do this because it's a plastic. And this is part of my development. If it's bad, yes. If it's good, yes. If I recommend to people to do that, no. It's like anything in this, what you call this, like, when the airplanes, airplanes. So how airplanes developed, with some psycho man in the past decide, I going in now, and they say you will go to die, okay? Wait, because of this crazy man, we have airplanes with technology because this is development. So for me, to arrive to the arm control, to arrive to, take the barrel up, to arrive to these things, it's part of my development. If people need to do that, no. But what people need to understand and try to not to forget, in reality, it's not a plastic gun and plastic rifle or plastic knife. If you can always drill it in your student and yourself, then you're okay.
I've had the opportunity to train with Olivier Gruner, and we do live, but we do a lot of dry fire first.
Yeah.
We do, okay, and then we're doing press checks, and we're okay, everyone agrees that, okay, so then we get to the point where we're wrestling, and then I have never done that level.
Well, Idan is like that.
But I've shot, like, when the stuff is going off right next to your head, and we're doing contact, left contact, right, and we're wrestling, and we have live ammunition, and we're doing stuff, but it's, man, that's a pair
Idan
of
is
balls
like
on you
that
like this.
French guy in the 1900 who wanted to test out his cape parachute, and so he jumped off the Eiffel Tower.
Dude, someone's got to lead him. He's going to be the lead guy leading. That's awesome stuff, dude.
Well, and it's funny. Just the other day, I was drilling shotgun takeaways with in my class, and some of the stuff we were. Yeah, of course it's a plastic gun. I'm in the strip mall, bro. The freaking Panda Express next to us. No, but what Idan was saying about how the gun will go off and the gas and the explosion makes it feel like you got shot. I remember him saying that during the seminar, and I was just thinking, because at one point we have the shotgun barrel right here, and I was just thinking about what Idan said.
Now imagine, it's a 12 gauge. It's a 12 gauge shotgun.
I know.
And what ammunition is it? It's not going to be birdshot.
No.
It's not going to be like a birdshot. No, it's going to be a slug, or it's going to be boom, 7 on, and your head's going to rattle, and oh God, shotgun?
Yeah.
That close to you? Your eardrum's gonna get burst.
It makes sense. Now, Idan, you're usually wearing ear protection when you're doing this, right?
No.
That's amazing.
No.
That's awesome.
No.
Again.
I'll tell you why, okay? No, sorry.
No. Go. No, dude. This is awesome.
Okay, so let me to explain something. This is come from my time in my unit Golani. In my time, I started my army in 1994. In 94, we don't have this amazing technology of earmuff, and you can put the volume to your outside. They used to give you these two, I don't know how to call
Foam
these
plugs,
two,
foam ear plugs.
Yeah, yeah. And the moment you start your CQB going to the house, with all the movement, the things fall off.
Yeah.
Me
Okay.
too.
Now I can't stop. If I go to stop, the officer got to pick me up. Hey, you're not stopping. And I be LMG, my man. I'm not shooting 5.56. I'm shooting 7.62.
Oh, those are loud as
Okay?
hell.
And it's inside the room, and everything is loud. And I'm shooting, and I feel my face almost,
Yeah.
And the officer coming in the back, faster, open the corner, shoot. And I thought only me lost the plug. But after we finish, all my team, and this is how we used to train. The officer not come to you. This is how we used to train. And you know what? Thank God for that. Because the moment you, your first operation, and you in contact, your brain used to that. For people, train with the earmuffs, the things they do, safety. Yeah, you safety in the shooting range. But in reality, the moment you be under fire, you will freeze and you will not get out from the freeze. You will shit in your pants, you will pee in your pants, and you're not going to get out from the freeze. So I understand people want to protect the hearing, but if you, let's say, practice a CQB, movement in the house, and you with the earmuff, okay, you're not ready for reality, guarantee.
No.
Well, okay, look, we don't condone live fire training on this channel, but I do respect it. Jesus Christ. Because it's true. It's the only way to really experience.
Because 7.62 blasting around through the house.
Yeah.
Do you have any hearing loss?
Yeah.
Idan.
What you saying? No, I just kidding.
That was good. Perfect.
I must say, my hearing is not the same, but I'm hearing. Yeah. I'm okay. I want to tell you a story. Okay. 2 years ago, arriving as a head of the tactical instructor with Switzerland Special Forces to South Africa, arrived a guy from Chile, and arrived a guy from, I forgot if it be France. Yeah, come to do tactical training with us. Okay, all professional, all, So we do house clearance, CQB. Okay, I say, okay, everybody take the earmuff off. We do it without. He said, what you saying? I said, no, now we do it without. Okay, let's see how you So they move. Okay, and then I say contact. Okay, contact. So one guy shooting from stand-up position, the other guy shot off of the close, and he shoot close to his ears. What's the guy done? Because he never felt that. What he done? What's the guy done? Oh, what the, like that. Like, oh. I said, what you going? What's up? No, the bullet. It's too loud. I said, too loud, mother. This is how you got to behave in reality. This is how you got to behave in reality. Okay, you have a tour in Afghanistan, in Middle East. This is how you got to behave. This is exactly why I take your earmuffs off, because you not understand what is reality.
That's awesome.
You've got to be really committed, though. You're like, this is a lifelong choice. Like, I might lose my hearing.
Okay, he's not saying every day go out and blast things, right?
No,
but he's saying you have to experience that level so that you can operate. If you are a soldier, then you need to spend time. If you're a civilian, you need to pull your earmuffs off and do CQB one time so that you know what you're getting into. It's like saying the first time you got punched in the face.
Yeah.
You never knew what it was like, but you need to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
100%. You need to get punched. You need to get kicked. You need to go through a room and it's not shooting on a range.
No.
You need to go where you're firing indoors, where the echoes are coming in all different range, and it has to be close so that you know that you don't freak out and you don't start running when the moment the bullets go off.
Yeah.
100%. I agree.
Right. Well, and so again, let's dive. I mean, you've talked about this before on other podcasts, and it has to be brought up because many people brought it up in the comments on our video.
The shooting.
Yes, let's talk about the shooting. People often will comment like, this guy shot one of his students, and I'm like, I don't know anything about it, so can we talk about that?
Of course, no problem at all.
I know you're probably tired of talking about it too, but
He said you're probably tired of talking about it, but
basically,
yeah.
So basically, what's happened is we move a studio, a completely new studio. We've been construction, from literally nothing, no, everything on the floor, everything that, easy to fix the studio nicely. And one guy called, he said, can I come quickly? I want to see what is KALAH, I say, okay, we are in the middle of I said, but come, I showed you one or two things, not a problem. He said, fine, he come. It's been me, Etienne, and another instructor, I forgot the name, sorry. He come, we do hand-to-hand, okay? Then it's BMAs. BMA, they say, when I can start? I say, and we need to finish this studio. I don't know. And before he go, he say, Dan, can you show me maybe gun defense? I say, of course. Okay, so I said, just bring a gun there, okay? And when I fix my studio, I take my gun and I put in the rest of the other gun. And our guns are always metal. They're not real gun, but the metal gun. They're like an airsoft, but high level of airsoft.
1-to-1 scale. Yeah, 1-to-1 scale.
Okay. So you bring the gun, okay? I completely not realize it's my gun. It's my fault. I'm not trying to put here. It's not my fault. My fault. And let's start with that. My fault. He brings the gun, he points the gun at me, and he starts like to push, because it's a South Africa, so they understand how. So I disarm the gun, and then he pretend he ran to me. So attack me second time. So I rack the gun and I press the trigger. Boom! Would it come off? It is I don't remember the side of the stomach. Thank God, because of my training, I don't freeze. I put the gun, I give him a stop the bleed. I said to Etienne, call to the police, call to the ambulance now. I give him stop the bleed. The paramedic come, he say, you just want to tell you saved his life. I say, I'm not saved his life. I'm the guy shoot him 2 minutes ago. The paramedic don't understand. Never mind, make the story short. He go to hospital. After 2 days, he get out from hospital. And if you want to hear a little bit the rest, then of course they try to blackmail me because his mom asked this amount of money. I say, I'm willing to pay everything. I'm willing to pay the bill. I'm even willing to give extra. But she says she don't want extra, she want extra. And I say, I don't have the amount of the money of that. And they open a case in the police, attempted murder against me. But God is good because the police, they open a case against me. It's the unit I'm working with. So the investigation officer know me and everything. He say, Dan, please, you need to come to the station. I come to the station. And then everything explodes and on their side. And even the person I shot, he called me and he said, Dan, I'm sorry what I done. I said, no, I'm sorry what I done, but I never want to hear from you again because what you done is sick. Because if I want to murder you, I'll not go to save your life after I shot police come on. So this is exactly what's happened. I talk about this so many times. I said that on social media. I said that to people. I never ran away from that. And that's it. This is the full story.
I actually appreciate you telling it. I mean, because again, there's so many myths and legends about this story because I've been watching you and your videos forever. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden the videos kind of dried up for a little bit because of this happened. And to hear the story, honestly, it could have, because you were training with 1-to-1 scale weapons and the gentleman picked up the weapon and during the moment, you didn't recognize your weapon versus a 1-to-1 scale. I get it. Accidents do happen. But the fact that he trained and he was used to this level of training, the moment he pulled the trigger, the moment he heard the discharge, he stopped what he was doing, went to stop the bleed. What I could say at that point is everybody who does train at this level should also train stop the bleed, run the blade, stop the bleed. If you're training with weapons and stuff like that, accidents do happen and they're truly accidents. No one means to do that kind of damage to someone while they're training. So don't apologize. It's not that moment. It was an accident that happens, but you need to train also to save lives, not just to take lives.
Right. And, you know.
I want to say, just one thing, I want to say again, it's my fault 1 billion%, not 100%, 100%, my fault, my responsibility. And I just want to say another thing. People don't know after this incident, for 3 years, I cannot teach KALAH. I thought for 3 years, I don't teach no one. I said to my instructors, I'm off. I can't touch it. I can't. I am. It's not like, I thought like I take it lightly. For
But why?
3 years,
Why
I
did you do
returned
that?
back to, I tell you.
Okay.
I tell you why. First of all, I'm a guy train people how to defend themselves and how this. I feel I felt, I don't know how to say that in English, more from a shame. It's like who I am now to teach people. For
Gotcha.
3 years, I returned back to play my drum. I'm a drummer. I take my weapons. I take everything. I don't want to see a weapon again. I don't want to see a knife again. I don't want to see no one for 3 years. For
Wow.
3 years, I don't like Etienne and all the instructors. Don't come back. I said I don't want to come back. But when God gives you a calling, you can say no. But yes, and also what amazing about that, people start to, when they see KALAH start to succeed more and more and more, they always try to bring this story. Hey, you shoot a student. You shoot a student. And the more they say that, the more KALAH growing, the more special forces, they shoot the student, they shoot the student. And I tell everyone, when they said, yeah, I know, we talked about this 3-4 years ago. Yeah, but you shoot the student, yeah. So
That might actually be our thumbnail.
Well, again, the funny thing is, anybody who trains at this level, and they're going to find the one mistake you made, the one big mistake you made, right? And I can, Fred, the same thing. Fred lost to an MMA guy.
Oh, God, all the time.
They hadn't shot his student, right?
Yeah.
They're going to find the one mistake. Don't ever trip and fall.
Yeah.
Because God forbid you're walking down and your pants fall down when you're walking down the street, because that's the moment that anyone throughout life is going to mention to you. Nah, what you did, honestly, it was a mistake. Yeah. Could safety measures been done? But you're in a new study. You're accepting your responsibility for that point, and I get it. Mistakes do happen. We see breaks, and this is where we talk about Western versus South Africa.
Yeah.
I've watched students break their arms in my studio, and you're like, oh, and you feel bad.
I've broken a rib or two.
I think I may have broken my ribs.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my students has broken my ribs, but that's our level of what we do versus what he does. The fact that he trains at that level of intensity, and that's all that's happened, it was a mistake.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing that would help. It's not murder charge because the guy pointed a gun at your head. You simply defended yourself at that point through the entire action of the movements. I've watched Dan train. He would have gone through his steps. He would have said, get back, and all the verbals. And the moment the guy came in again, don't care if he would have gone to court. The guy rushed him again.
Well, and that is the other side of this. Like, that guy could have just as easily accidentally pulled the trigger on Idan. I think
100%.
Idan takes the heat.
He could have canoed his head.
Yeah, Idan takes the heat, and the McDojo life guy was sort of talking about this a lot because Idan has videos where he trains with live ammunition.
But that's not a problem. The fact is, you have your protocols in place.
Yeah.
But you can have your protocols in place at McDonald's and mistakes will still happen. Some dumbass will stick their head in the fryer. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The fact that when you train at that level, go ahead.
No, sorry. I like to always say to people, you have units, amazing units around the world. Navy SEAL, you have Ranger, you have Golani, you have, I said to them, how many mistakes happen in this unit you don't know? So what? Because the mistake happened, they're closing the unit now, and the unit's still good. They done mistake, they're learning, but they continue to train extreme, they continue to train realistic, because this is why they are the best of the best. But accident happen. Maybe you don't know them because it's in the unit and everything bad stay in the unit. And this is exactly what I felt after 3 years. It's like, happen, continue, move forward, because you have something.
I'm glad you came back.
Special.
I'm glad you came back. I wish you wouldn't have left, because I was watching you during those times, and you just fell off the planet for legit. There was no more Idan. It was like all his stuff came down, all the things came down, you disappeared.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, because he was he's honestly, if the only one of the only one that you actually hear about allowing civilians this level of training.
Yeah.
Most of the training that he does is legitimately military or police based to save lives.
Yeah.
If you're a civilian and you do that, most people get charged thousands upon thousands of dollars for this level of training, and they don't talk about it.
No.
It's very, very hush-hush.
Yeah.
That if you, say if you went to Blackwater or operator, you're a civilian that got that level of training, but to get that level of training is millions of dollars of military work, but he's doing it for nothing, next to nothing, and he's teaching people real world how to save your ass.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So enough about all that. You've told the story a million times. Actually, what I kind of want to get into is you claim you did close protection for the Israeli mafia.
Okay, now I need to tell you another thing I don't tell you. I also protect head of the mafia, the Russian mafia in South Africa. So here we go. It's good for you. So the Israeli one and the Russian.
But no. Before we go on, you can tell us all of this and we won't end up in the back of a trunk or anything like that?
That's awesome.
No, absolutely not.
That's awesome. So it's Russian mafia protection. So we made sure they stayed alive. And geez, let's hear the story. This is good stuff, man.
Let's start from the very beginning, Idan. How did you get involved in this underworld that you were involved in?
Excellent question. So I will start with the Israeli one because it is the first one. So I finished my army. Then I joined for other security unit in Israel. And then I finished, and it's a bit difficult for me to say that, but I will say that, but I don't want to talk about this too much. I come from a not wealthy family, okay? I always support my parents. I always help them. My parents always struggle. Always. And I remember this part of my time, my father lost his job, and we can't, and for me, my parents, I will do everything. For my family, I will do everything. And I remember nothing is enough for me. We need more money. We need more money before they kick my parents out from the house. I need more money. And I remember I opened the newspaper, look for other job, and I see like a small advert. I need bodyguards for,
That's
okay,
South
I call the
Africa?
number. Yeah.
No, that is
I call the
Israel.
number. Hello.
Wow.
That's Israel?
So hello. Yeah, Israel.
Okay,
Yeah, Israel.
okay, go on.
I called the number. Hello, who you are? I say, yeah, I see the advert. Okay, where are you, sir? I said, Golani. Yeah, I've been the Lebanon war. I do this. Okay. They say, we don't want to talk on the phone. We can meet tomorrow. Say, yeah, where we meet? No, give us the address of your address and we meet you. Here I already start to feel, no. So I give him address of public place when we can meet in a public restaurant. They say, fine. Okay, so arrives the next day, arriving 2 people. You can see they are, let's say, not so legit people, okay? Coming to people, sitting, they look at me, they say, okay, are you interested in that? We got to give you details later, but if you're interested to work by tomorrow, you need to be ready. We're coming to collect you, we're going to Eilat. Eilat is a south of Israel, a city. And this is where I start my journey, find myself into a mafia and be selected to protect the head of the mafia. Of course, we be a team of people, but I be the team leader of the team.
So you answered a news ad
That's
in the
crazy.
paper to get the job.
I mean,
Holy crap.
the cartel's been using TikTok to
I don't do
recruit.
TikTok. I'm sorry.
I know, but like they're actually putting out ads for the cartel and they're not hiding it. So I guess,
Wow.
things have never changed.
Jeez.
The underworld just operates like the overworld,
That's crazy.
But,
hey,
so-
pizza delivery guy, by the way, you want to be this guy too.
Let's clarify for a second, because, I've seen Goodfellas, I've seen Casino, I've watched The Sopranos. You know what I mean? Crime is always different, but, there's a structure. Like, it took you a while to work your way up, right? You didn't just start as, like, the squad leader or whatever you want to call it.
No. It's take time.
So tell me, okay, so tell me as much as you can, like, what was life like in the beginning when you just started? Like, what kind of jobs were you doing? As much as you can tell me. There's obviously things I don't want to know.
Yeah. So basically, the moment I arrive and I realize where I am and what I'm into, I'm not going to lie to you. I be scared. I think 10 times, how, if I want to do that. And they, like you said, they test you in the beginning. I don't lie to you. Now I said to you something God struck me dead if I'm lying to you. The first test they give me, I remember, yeah, I drive with the son of the boss, okay? His son, okay? I don't want to lie to you, we're driving. Suddenly he stops somewhere in a restaurant, he say, here, this is the suitcase, hold it, I'll return back just now, okay? He going, pass half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, I have a suitcase, nobody come. I just say, okay, let's open, let's see what is inside. And like in the movie, money, you know, and I'm in the car, inside the car, yes,
Yeah.
with he's not coming. And he come after, I don't like you, after 8 hours he come, you know, so he coming, yeah, he say, what you done with the suitcase? I say, no, I just opened to look what is inside. He said, why you open? I said, no, maybe for safety, maybe you put a bomb, I don't know, so open slowly, you know. He said, okay, you take some money? I said, no, I don't take anything. So this is the first test, you know.
Damn.
And second test is even more wild, you know, passing the dates or whatever. Now I be with his father. The father is the head, very educated person, very, very educated person. I mean, he's an intelligent man. So we drive it, okay? And then he tell me, Dan, take the car and please go put a petrol. Okay, I'm going. I'm putting petrol. Okay, I'll return back. Continues the night. We drive there. Next day, we come to me. He say, how many petrol you put? I said, no, I fill the tank. Okay, and he said to me, do you see a credit card inside the car? I said, no, I don't see credit card. And he said to me, yes, but my wife see you stealing a credit card from the car, you know? And he said, you know, if you're stealing something from us, you know, it's can be, Aldo said to me, we send you back to your mom in the, you know? I said, sir, I don't see nothing. I said, you can do whatever you want, I don't see nothing. So they always test you, they test your fear, your trust, you know, your way of thinking, you know, and and then you start to be, they need to trust you first.
The pay must have been great.
Completely true.
Was the pay great?
Yeah, how was the pay?
Too much.
Okay. Because again, in order to be put through those kind of tests, the pay better be freaking amazing.
I mean, was the pay good in the beginning when you were just like a henchman?
All good from beginning.
Wow. Okay.
I can give you from beginning. For beginning, if I compare this to dollar, you're getting almost like $1,200 a day. It's enough.
Back then?
Back then it's enough.
That's enough, man.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, I put up that shit too.
Yeah.
But I must say, the things you see there and you involve them, you start to feel dirty. You start to feel very dirty, even if you don't do the things. Remember, I want people to understand, people need to understand what is a mafia. Mafia, a good mafia working almost like a government structure.
Yeah.
They have the cross protection team, they have the intelligence team, they have the explosive team, they have assassination team, they have everything. It's basically almost like units.
Yeah.
Cross protection, don't do any assassination.
So you were just a defensive role.
The protect the head of the mafia.
Okay.
And I tell you, I'm not forget you stay with him in the house at least once a month. Once a month, a car driving by, open fire, go. You find grenade in the house. You find explosive. And you're also dealing with professional people because, you know, mafia fighting other mafia, everybody want to assassinate each other. But you see ugly things. And this is when, for me, it's be enough. And also, when I come out from this job, it's also be miracle from God. I don't know, you know, how he allowed me just to basically take my stuff and go. And
so that brings me to
say word is the better from any contract. When they say you can go, nobody will touch you. It's better from somebody sign a contract.
So we're kind of forgetting the part he said Russian Mafia too. So what they do, like, hey, we got this guy who's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
We're having like dinner, and they're like, oh, here's a dance number. If you're ever in the town and you need somebody good, call this guy.
Yeah,
How'd that happen?
How did that happen?
Okay, it's okay. So in this, not even be more action from the Israeli. This is a Russian lady. I cannot mention the name. Where in South Africa, but it's a Russian lady in South Africa.
Okay.
People know me in the industry, you know, and one guy contacted me, say that, look, this woman want to meet you. She need your help. Okay, I'm going to X place. Meet this lady. Okay, again, the starving of maybe there I be more into adrenaline action, whatever. I decide, okay, let's take the job, let's do it. But I find myself to do cross protection. I also done other things, what I'm not going to mention here for my safety.
Yeah.
I start to be involved of things she done so bad for other people, so bad. And I'm talking bad when she be also involved in a government level of South Africa. I'm talking about something very, very, very high. I will not go into details because we start to do things when the South Africa crime intelligence, I swear to God can swear me that when South Africa crime intelligence come to me and my team say, how you done and find all this information on X, Y, I'm not going to mention X, Y, Z. We try to find these people and this information for years. In 5 days, you managed to do that. What we done and what I done there with this lady is unfortunately, I cannot say, but even in your dream, you're not understand. First of all glory to God, a miracle, I'm here and talking to you. The things I face there in my time, I should not to be sitting here with you.
Wow.
I should not to be here. The things we done, it's like you don't see even in the movie. If the people we caught and the people we investigate and the people we find for the South Africa law enforcement, if just they even be in shock. They'd be in shock how it's possible.
Wow.
So yes, I'm not a perfect man. Unfortunately, I'm not. But violence, unfortunately. If people ask me, Dan, if you can turn the wheel back if you do it again, absolutely not.
You wouldn't do it again?
You wouldn't do it again?
But you'd be different. You're everything you've done has put you to this point in life to make you who you are right now. But you'd say, nah, let's redo it.
That is true.
Oh, wow.
I imagine it's a lot for a soul to hold.
I mean, he's got a lot of weight. I imagine that. But like, say, I look at all my past stupidities. I look at my past stupidities and go, I would be, and I'm at peace with who I am right now in the world without one thing being what they were. And there's a couple things I go, oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, right? That was really terrible. But without that peace helping me who I am right now in the world, because right now you're doing good things and you're doing great, you're helping and what you're teaching is actually offering people an opportunity they didn't or couldn't afford. But if you changed your path, you would be something else.
Yeah.
That's you. In order to want that, that's some dark stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
I can't wait to have a beer with you again and have some more stories that we can tell off the air.
Yeah. Well, like, how did you get out, by the way? Like, how?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah.
How did you stop?
Yeah, like, and nobody else, is there anyone out there that wants to get you because you left, or tell us?
Okay, so the Israeli, to be very, I don't know, I'd be surprised. I'd be asked, like I said, I start to feel very dirty of myself. And I said to my boss, I said, I want to talk to you. He said, fine, we will talk in the night. I remember it's been like almost 3 o'clock up in the morning. When I start my conversation, to start to tell him, he already stopped. He said, stop. Do you want to leave? You know, I say, yeah, I want to leave. You know, he said to me, just a second. He come, he give me my salary. He said to me, when you leave, yes, you must leave at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. You must not to talk what you're not allowed to talk. You must not to talk. We promise you, I promise you. You're not going to hear from us. Your family is safe. You're safe. You just must to leave here before everybody wake up, take a taxi and go. Literally, the conversation be 2 minutes. This is how I go from there.
He must have liked you.
And then we have a good relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's intelligent. We have a good relationship because he see I'm not licking his ass. He love it because I be very honest with him. When it's come to professionalism, when we done the risk assessment and security plan, and he start to tell me, no, Idan, I always tell him, listen, sir, you hire me to do my job. If you start to tell me, no, this and no, that, I cannot do the job.
Yeah.
You know, so I be very, very direct. I think he like it, you know?
Yeah.
So thank God for that. With the Russian lady, how I left, I don't want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's where nobody is. Wow. Okay. Cool.
You cannot talk about how you left the Russian mafia. Fair enough. And
I don't want to know. To be honest,
there are things I don't want to know either.
Because again, yeah.
I mean, I do want to know, but like I don't want to know.
No,
you know what I mean?
It's like when you see certain videos online, you can't unsee it or you can't unhear it.
Yeah.
Man. So those are things that.
And I want to say, and I want to give a shout out take a moment for my wife. She'll be with me and not left me in this difficult time. I have a wife, an angel, not left me in this difficult time. With the Russian, she support me.
You were married during that whole process?
And
wow.
Yeah, I've been married. And Gabi, I love you.
Wow. That is a great woman, man. You went through all this.
Unbelievable.
And she stood beside you and said, you know what? I trust you.
Beside me. Yep.
You found a good one, bro. That's a great wife right there, man. If she's willing to stand beside you again, and you know she was saying, you really want to do this stuff? And he's like, pays the bills. And she was like, yeah, but we can do other stuff. And he's like, wow. And she's like, okay, I trust you.
Well, and before we move on, like, give us a good mafia story that you can tell us. You told us the suitcase story. Is there anything you can, because the people want to know.
Which mafia? I don't want to know the Russian stuff.
Well,
let's be honest.
You got anything cool to tell us that you'd be comfortable telling us?
Cool. I can tell you the...
Cool in a mafia way, you know?
Okay, let's talk about the cool, the good things, because there's the bad things. It's like in the movie, when the amount of money you see passing you every day, the amount of luxury cars and private jet, and it's like ridiculous. The ridiculous. The one thing I can say is in Israel, casino is not allowed. In English, you say casino? Yeah. Okay. And the head of the mafia I protect, he used to have about 5 casino ship, like a ship, but casino. So what he used to do, the ship passing the water territorial, and then people go and gambling.
So they go out to international waters.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But this is also, of course, it's not allowed. And I remember one time the ship returned back from the cruise, coming back to the harbor. So we go down and we walk in, formation, close protection. Suddenly siren, everywhere siren, woo, undercover police, all these things. And I remember I said to my boss, I'm walking behind him. I said to him, okay, it seems like you're going to be arrested now. Yes. The only thing we will do now, when they put you in the police car, we just to go to follow to the police car just to make sure you are riding to the station. And he looked at me like that. He said, what, you not go to do something? You don't? I said, no, that's it. Now it's a legal procedure. Now the police, and this is exactly what's happened. And he'd be quite very upset with me. But it'd be quite funny to see the police coming, arresting, and you see the other convoy follow the police car just to make sure he's safe in the station.
So your boss wanted you to have a firefight with the cops to keep him safe, is what you were alluding to at that point? Why aren't you firefighting with the cops? Wow.
Did you ever meet someone in your mafia time, Russian or Israeli, that scared you? Did you ever worry, maybe I said the wrong thing? Did you ever have those moments where you're like, oh crap, I might get murdered.
Every day.
Really?
Every day.
Wow.
When I be walking, you mean now or walking?
Just when you're
When I be walking?
When you're working
when
with
you're
the mafia,
working, yeah.
with the mafia, was there ever a moment where you were
Yeah,
like,
every day.
there's a person that I just keep my distance from this person because this is truly someone who's evil, like bad things.
Every day.
Wow.
Every day.
And how about now?
You know what? You know what's the difference between when you work close protection with the mafia or you work close protection with celebrities or CSO of a bank? It's when you're working the mafia, you need to protect yourself and the client 360 degrees because the enemy can come from inside the mafia,
Wow.
okay, and outside. It's completely different story. When I protect celebrities, the celebrities not going to take a gun and shoot my head off or a knife and cut my throat off.
Yeah.
You understand? It's completely different story.
Wow.
So yeah, so every day you scared, you pray to God, please God help me this day to pass. It's not an incident. Every day.
And
Every day.
now you don't have any concerns that your past may come and bite you in the ass. Do you ever worry your past is going to come back and anyone from the mafia might hurt you or?
You trying to do a John Wick thing where you get a coin?
Yeah. This whole thing is John Wick. But Dan, are you worried that any of these guys might come back and be like, look, actually, you went on a podcast and you talked about us? No. Okay.
I will not go to talk about that if I think I got to have any problem.
Okay.
If that's the case, my name is Bob.
Any name? Oh, no, it's good.
Yeah. You got some great stories. And I sat down, we had dinner after this training, right? And his stories are good, man. Like, they're really, like, his time fighting and you can tell him the near-death one with the helicopter.
So, this is amazing because before that, I don't believe in God at all. Before what's happened to me, if you tell me about God, I will used to laugh at you when you are sad. So basically what's happened, it's been when I be in the army in Golani, we fought in Lebanon and we have a little a break and the officer decided, okay, part of the team can go see the family quickly and cool, we're happy, excellent. So I'm lucky because my name is Abolnik. So my first letter is A-B. So everything happened, I'm first. So it's to the good and to the bad. So this is be good. So, okay. So Idan and whatever other name, you can go to see the family. So, okay, with the chopper, going out from Lebanon, coming to my home, I riding to the home, I think 11 o'clock or 11:30 in the night. And this time you have a pager. I don't know. You know pager? Yeah. Page.
Yeah. He doesn't. He's not familiar with pager. He was like a little kid.
Okay. So we get the message. Tomorrow I need to return back to Lebanon. Everything is cancelled. Okay. I open the door of the house. I say, my mom happy to see me. My dad. And I said to my mom, exciting. She don't see me for so long. She say, for how long you stay? I say, no, it's cancelled. I should to be here for 48 hours, but tomorrow I need to return back. She go ballistic. My mom go ballistic. I never see my mom like that. Okay, never mind. I'm going to my bedroom. I take my alarm. I make sure I need to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning because I need to go back to the base because the chopper wait for us there tomorrow to take us up again to north of Israel, to Lebanon. Okay, I put the alarm at 4 o'clock. I'm going to sleep. I'm kaput. I'm finished. And then the next day, I'm wake up and I feel I slept so good. But before I go to sleep, I put the curtains, and I getting up and I feel I slept so good. And then I get panic. I open the curtains. The sun is up. The sun is up. I don't use the alarm. I take the alarm. I'm looking on the alarm. I see the clock is almost like on the 12:15, 12:20 in the night. I'm looking, take the alarm clock in the back, the battery is off. The battery. Okay, I knew who is done that is my mom. I go out from the room. I shout on my mom like never before. Literally, I say, you don't understand what you done. Okay, so in that time, we don't have a cell phone, so, it's all you send the message on the page, on the pager, or you call, okay? Now, you need to understand, I have about 7 numbers I can report. Look, I'm not on the chopper. I missed the chopper. I'm not to my officer, my first officer, second officer, my sergeant, my, I don't know how you call this, whatever you think of. Nobody, not come back to me with a message, no call me back. I take my bag and I go out from my house to my friend because I could not believe what my mom done to me. So I go into my friend, use the phone in his house because nobody answered to me. Come the evening, almost 8 o'clock in the evening. I return back home 5 minutes before the news started either. Okay, I'm going to the fridge, take a yogurt. I'm sitting on the couch, and my mom sitting there on the couch. And the news start like that. A 2 chopper come up, 2 chopper come up, and by accident, the 2 tail of the chopper touch each other. The 2 chopper collapse. All my brothers in arms die. All. I remember I'm eating the yogurt fall on my yogurt fall, because I'm looking on my mom start to cry. I don't believe I'm the only guy survived. When my officer, Tamir Shalom, his name, my officer, my class command, he returned back to me, he thought he talking to the ghost. He said to me, Abolnik, it's you, Abolnik, because he thought I'm on the chopper. I say, yes, it's me, Abolnik. And from this day, I remember, you realize if I'm not believing God and I don't, then I don't know.
Told you, dude. Like, it's everything's for a reason, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's here because his mom got pissed and pulled the batteries out of a thing, but that's fate, man.
Wow. That's pretty.
He told me a couple of stories that were like, that he should not be here. From the stories that he's told me, he should not be here multiple times, should not be here. But for some reason, he's on this show talking to us and he's teaching. So in his life, he's had death knocking at his door multiple times.
Too much.
Too many
Seriously,
times.
dude.
Like, his head should have been canoed multiple times, and it's not. And he's here and he's teaching, and he's not changing, which is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Congrats.
Well, I'm glad your mom pulled the battery out of the alarm. Jeez.
But again,
hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah for sure. Jeez.
If you're not a person who believes in faith and has faith at that point, you start to grow faith.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's got to be something. There's got to be a higher power for why you're here.
Yeah.
Not just a bunch of random acts.
Right.
Crazy. You want to get into some other stuff?
You've got some beefs that we need to talk about. We all kind of know about McDojo. We'll get to that in a second, but let's talk about you and Darren Levine. I remember Darren Levine was going off that you were training here in Los Angeles. What's going on between you and Darren? And for the uninitiated, Darren Levine is the head of Krav Maga Worldwide, which is probably the biggest Krav Maga organization.
Biggest recognized.
Biggest recognized.
It's the most recognized.
Yeah.
It's the one who brought. I originally started training there because think of it like McDonald's, right? It's known around the world. He's the one. He's Amy's first gen student who brought Krav Maga to the United States in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
So he's the one that we didn't know what Krav Maga was until that point where he's like, hey, check out this cool stuff.
All my manuals are under Worldwide, so yeah.
You train with her instructorship is through Worldwide. I started in Worldwide and I went out. I extended my journey out to other styles of Krav Maga.
Yeah.
But that's honestly, it's McDonald's. It's the guy who brought the dream, right?
Yeah.
But listen to what he's got to say.
What's going on with you and Darren Levine?
Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so I'm, like I said, I travel now, 24 years. I'm traveling around the world. Okay? I don't know how many Krav Maga people I met and how much ridiculous it is. I will tell you a story and you will understand the connection of the thing. We have a famous story in France, in Paris. I give a seminar arriving about, I don't want to lie to you, 50 people, all 50 people, commercial Krav Maga, black belts, and so on. So I'm trying to talk, and I see everybody body language, the body language, I know it all. Course, and people not listen to me. So I say, okay, no problem. I decide that I say, okay, everybody in a circle, everyone in a circle, and I'm going in the middle second and say, I'll go to fight each of one of you. I can give you proof. I know you think I'm, people, it's a famous story in Paris. I fight one by one, all the Krav Maga from Israel, one by one. I stop each of one of them. I be kaput, I be each of one of them. Then I go to Greece. Same problem. People, black belts, this, same thing, same test. I go to Israel, commercial Krav Maga in Israel, the same thing. I going to France, I going to UK, I go to Germany, to Netherlands, and I start to realize the Krav Maga is rotten. So one time, after all this experience, I put an article on my page, how Krav Maga, commercial Krav Maga, it's so bad, and I said the word, it's rotten. I said people train Krav Maga because the guy, if he a student of him, they think, oh, you know everything and you know it all. And I mentioned his name, and I mentioned his, another name, Eyal Yalinov,
Yeah.
So I also remember Eyal Yalinov come to South Africa to give a seminar of type defense. So my students say, Dan, can I go? I say, of course, go. Why do you need to ask me? So what's happened, Eyal Yalinov asked volunteer, and he go, my student, and he said, attack me with the knife. And in KALAH, when you say attack with the knife, he attacked. And he put him on the floor, Eyal Yalinov stabbing 30 times, screaming like a little child, and then Eyal Yalinov getting up and he upset about my student, why you attack me so aggressive? And and the moment you say like that in South Africa, why you attack me so aggressive, all the people in the seminar left. So I put another article about that, and I say here, a guy, Eyal Yalinov, in South Africa, gets stabbed, and I say in the article, I say, no matter if you get stabbed, at least try to fight. Don't scream like a little child, try to fight, and then blame the attacker. And then I say, Eyal Yalinov, and I say, Levine, everybody the same. They are destroyed the name of Krav Maga. They destroyed what the meaning of Krav Maga. And this is what the problem started, me and Levine and all commercial Krav Maga. Do you know what commercial Krav Maga done to me? Do you know? They take me 2 times to court. I have a lawyer letter for the 2 times to take me to court. When I be in UK, they call to the police and me. They call to the police and me to arrest me because they say to the police, I'm coming to the club to beat them up. This is what they say. Do you know the Krav Maga, commercial Krav Maga, break to my website or 3 or 4 times. One time they go to my website, change all my curriculum.
So they hacked it. They hacked your website. They hacked it. They hacked your website.
Just hack it 4 times. 4 times. The second time they hacked to my website. My address, I don't remember. It's be like KALAH dot whatever. When you used to click it, it used to take you to a commercial Krav Maga website. The third time, I used to have an online website with you can go and take videos. They go inside and they delete all the videos. Look how they fight when you tell them a point. They're not fighting you the point. They try to press you down. And this is exactly what happened with this Mr. Levine. He thinks because he's trained with IMI or he's a lawyer or whatever. So I want to say that in the podcast, Mr. Levine, you first of all a human being. This is one thing. Before you put your title, you are a human being. You're not better from no one else. If you train with IMI, I'm sure it's a big honor. But how you present Krav and how you train Krav, okay, it's embarrassing. And if you like me or not, okay, I'm Israeli and I serve my country. And believe me, like me, most of the Israelis think about you. You are completely need to be ashamed of yourself. Are you basically give training of Krav Maga? And maybe you should before you judge or tell me how to do things, okay? It's not a problem if you disagree with me, but don't try to tell me, okay, what we do wrong or right. I never attack you in a way to take you to court or send you letter, okay? I don't do these things like you and your people do. So this is my problem with this gentleman. very difficult to call him a man.
No,
Okay.
the neat part about this
Yeah.
one is you've actually now said KALAH is not Krav Maga.
Yeah.
So they should have no beef.
Yeah.
You've said, no, I'm not Krav Maga. I happen to be Israeli. I happen to have done Krav Maga.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
it's not Krav Maga. And this is honestly, and I liken back to Fred, right? Fred had so Fred, apparently older Krav Maga, the old masters, used to walk around all puffed chest because Fred's got in fight with them too. And Fred would walk around and say Krav Kaka all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of people in Europe were, it just got a name. And then I had to say, and this is what I want to say to you, is the same thing I said to Fred. No bad students, bad teacher. Sometimes the teachers start believing their own stuff and they're not willing to change and not willing to look at the future and what life actually is changing. So they say, no, my system was perfect, you know, and then you have to attack me a certain way and you have to hit a certain thing. You didn't do like I told you to do it.
Yeah.
And that's the common joke. And this is what we have to get away from. Truly tested systems have to be tested systems.
Right.
And again, you may not agree with somebody, but try and find the gem in what they do, right?
Yeah,
So there are
yeah.
pieces that you can go, well, yeah, that's a piece of brilliance right there, but and find the commonality. Like when I talked with the Dan privately, him and Fred had some words, but then they're agreeing to see eye to eye because life is different. We all grow and we all change, and I don't want to go out of this planet when I check out to hate anybody.
Yeah.
Right? I want to understand, but if you don't understand me, you don't have to attack me.
No.
Just look at me and go, okay, we agree to disagree.
Yeah.
And but what they've been doing to Idan is honestly not right.
I look, I don't have a problem people disagree with KALAH. You have all the right to disagree with KALAH like I disagree with Krav Maga. But to go to level, to try to take me to court, yes, to try to changing my website, to do things, personally, okay? It's not right.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's
Right. It's not right. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I'm sure you have a good Krav Maga out there. Must to be good Krav Maga. And I'm sure you have a good school of Krav Maga. Keep it legit. Keep it properly. But from my experience, when it comes to commercial Krav Maga, it's become disaster.
the problem I saw with Krav Maga is in the United States, you went to these giant super seminars or whatever, and they're like, the new buzzword is Krav Maga, so you now have karate studios and judo studios and whatever.
And then they put Krav Maga on the
We need to
window.
bump up our numbers, so we'll have a Krav Maga class. So when anyone calls, my gym is a Krav Maga self-defense gym because we use Krav Maga as a base. But I use what's working, so I use KALAH. Some of the stuff with KALAH is absolutely brilliant, but I use MDS and I use different styles of Krav Maga.
Yeah.
But it's a self-defense based gym.
Yeah.
And I tell people when you're looking for something like that, look where start is it a gym that teaches Krav Maga or is it a judo studio that has a Krav Maga class?
Yeah.
That's where you can first see if you're getting true wealth. Because I've had so many people, this is Krav Maga, and you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and sometimes it just depends on what the trainer grew up in too.
This problem is they put too much. They alter the recipe, right?
Yeah.
So if an owner of the gym doesn't have the answers that should be the Krav Maga answer, he'll put his sauce in the mix. So you start seeing Kung Fu Sansu in there, you start seeing karate in there, and you start seeing the watered down versions of the true original. Like if you watch old Krav Maga videos, that if you can find them, the brutality is amazing.
Right.
And I know it sounds a little weird to say that, but when you're looking for that level of defense, and this is a combat martial art, this is what all karate and all old martial arts used to be. We forget, feudal system, knives, swords, bow and arrow, and we used to punch people in the face until they died. But we've forgotten that because we've gotten soft.
Yeah.
Right? What Idan is teaching and what certain people on the planet are teaching is true combat martial arts again. And now the powers that be are teaching the softer stuff you can't do that. This is wrong. But to attack him, and he's not saying he's Krav Maga. Yes, he comes from a Krav Maga background, but what he's done is he's developed something entirely different. And to attack him, and actually, if you're truly confident in your system, you shouldn't be attacking his system and how he earns money and how he conveys his message.
Yeah.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
Do like old school guys. We're going to go in the room. We're going to shut the door.
Yeah.
Whatever happens,
no
happens.
filming.
And then afterwards, we'll shake, and it'll be what it is. He's old school like that. Fred's old school like that. If you truly have a beef with somebody, it doesn't need to be televised.
No.
look, you have a problem with me. Let's go shut the door. It could be just a conversation, or it could be something more than a conversation.
Yeah.
Let your imagination be what it is. We don't need weapons at this point. You come in, I come in, no one else is there. The only two people who know what happened are the two people in the room. Solve your problem and shut the f up. Sorry, shouldn't say that. Shut the hell up.
Well, and Dan, my question is do you ever see yourself resolving this beef? With
No, because it's not with who? With Levine?
yeah.
No. Why I need to solve this problem?
I say
I
you
have
shut the
a
door with
bigger
them.
problem to solve in my life.
Yeah,
Well, look,
like-
I don't want to get served, so I'm a neutral party here. But do you think he would actually deny the accusations that he hacked your sites and everything like that?
we don't know he did, but somebody within Krav Maga did. Somebody within that
I
system.
don't. Somebody Krav Maga that. Okay,
Yeah.
and I can tell you, it's definitely the people he know, it's the people he close to them. Okay, that is for sure we know.
So he probably
We know.
didn't tell him to
So-
do it, but he probably didn't tell him not to do it. Is what you're
Well, it's one
saying.
of those things is your master is in trouble. Again, he has great students, and his students said, hey, can I go to the seminar? And when the guy said it, because you have people that believe in you, and I have people that believe in me, and they want to see the best for you. So maybe Darren's people got a little overactive and said, he didn't tell me not to do it, you know, and Darren has that plausibility, like, well, I didn't tell him to do it,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So, but at that point, if one party's not willing to listen,
yeah.
it can't be solved. You have to have two people willing to have a conversation in order to solve a problem.
Got it.
I mean, and that
Yeah,
was
that's
the
true.
weirdest thing in this. And actually, to say that Dan is not willing to solve problems is false, because I actually had the opportunity to talk to him about him and Fred had issues in the past. And I explained, hey, take the time, Haney, and he got on the phone with Fred, and they truly just talked.
Yeah.
And so he's able
I
and
got that
capable of
before.
solving.
You know, it's amazing. It's amazing for me. It's all this Krav Maga community. When the instructor here, they want to go to KALAH seminar, all this Krav Maga say, if you go to Idan seminar, you are from the Krav Maga, my Krav Maga school. In my school, my door open to everyone. It shows the difference. It shows a big difference.
Yeah. Well, and have you ever read How to Win Friends and Influence People? No, it is interesting because I think you also have something going on with, what's his name? Is it Rob from McDojo Life?
Okay, McDojo Life likes this is how he gets followers though.
Yeah.
Truly, is he out there creating anything? All he's doing is I can poo-poo on everything out there and never do something myself.
Yeah.
Look, he's become famous because the internet exists, and all he does is point out flaws in somebody. I'm sorry. Create something, build something, and then give me your opinion. That's my opinion. If you're not willing to put yourself out there and only willing to talk bad about somebody else, why don't you go create something first and then see what it's like to carry this thing to life and to fruition? And he's creating a system, and he's willing to take criticism. And I watch people create systems all the time. But because it's not an old system that's been around for 1,000 years, and all you want to do is, yes, are there people that shouldn't be teaching martial arts? Yes.
Yes.
But are you the God sent that's telling people what they should and shouldn't do? This man is actually training people, military level quality training, and doing the stuff that he needs to do. And yes, because you don't like the way he's doing it, you decide to say it's McDojo. I dare you to walk in, put yourself through 1 weekend of training with this man, and see if you don't come out with something.
Yeah.
No, the McDojos, if you're putting a finger in someone's head and they fall over because your chi is so strong,
Yeah.
that's bullshit. And I haven't spent time with Sistema, but I'm sure Sistema is something because it's taught to the Spetsnaz, and I'm sure that if I got the right person and they taught me something good about it, I'm sure there's something of amazing quality there. But when you see it being portrayed, it looks goofy at first. And does his stuff look dangerous because he puts a gun to his head? Yeah, it looks dangerous, but because he's been doing it forever. He doesn't say, hey, tell your 12-year-old kid to put a gun to their head and dodge a bullet. No, and the first thing when you spend time with him is, I am not showing you how to be a superhero. I am showing you get choices.
Yeah.
You're going to bleed and it's going to hurt and this sucks, but would you rather have a choice or would you rather roll over and die? Me, I would rather a choice every single time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is, if you ever spend time with him, I was so nervous going in. I'd seen his videos, seen his stuff, and this is what I told him at first. And when we first had a chance to talk, I was like, I was hoping you weren't going to be an asshole. Because I had heard Fred, I had heard Fred talking about him. And then I talked to Fred. I'm like, Fred, you need to spend time and talk to him. He's like, because I spend time with Fred. He's like, okay, fine, Cliff, I will talk. And then I went to Dan, and he's like, okay, Cliff, I will talk. And they both talked, and I was like, holy shit, that worked.
Well, and you know, if there's anything I wish to accomplish with what I'm doing here with Strip Mall Sensei and everything is I'd like to bring people together. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Well, because like I don't get it. I don't get why people fight with each other over whose system's better and this and that. I understand why people make fun of the chi people.
Oh my God.
That's worth making fun of, but I guess I bring it up because that was something McDojo talked about. Is he says and this is his words. This is not mine. I'm completely neutral on all this. He says that you have a tendency to threaten to start fights with people. And I did have, and I'm asking the hard questions here. I'm not saying you do or you don't. I'm just telling you what's been reported.
I did see that one comment.
I had one comment from a guy who said, oh yeah, this guy threatened to start a knife fight with one of my friends. I was like, really? So, I mean...
And again, in meeting the man, I find that hard to believe.
I find it hard to believe, too.
I think it would have been misconstrued. He would say probably along the lines of, okay, you grab your knife, let's try this. Because
Yeah, so tell us about that.
Let's hear.
Let me tell you. Okay, I don't have a problem really for people to or want to do the review of my system or me personally, but I have a little bit problem when people say half of stories. All these McDojo things is be completely half stories, and I got to break them down with full. Okay, so first of all, let's start with me fighting people and challenging people. I'm not fighting people. I'm not challenging people, but I'm not scared to fight. I'm not scared to lose. I don't have a problem to lose. Yeah, but I will fight. And if I win, it's not because I'm good. It's because God be with me. It's what I say. But I will never go to someone, come put a knife, and let to knock. It's true. It's true. So it's very true. In Italy, there's a word for that. When somebody say, "Don, can I put a real knife on your neck and you can see the move?" It's true. It's happening in Roma. You can ask Carlo Mozzi. So yes, you want to do that put, but I said to him, I'm going now. He said, yes, I'm also going. But I never come to someone, come, take your knife. That is completely nonsense. But let me now break it down. Okay. So first of all, on the McDojo, he say I am abusing my student. He put the video when one of the lady get hit a lot and the instructor hit a lot and the lady said to me, Dan, why you abusing me? I'm a nurse. This woman, she working in a nurse in psychiatrist place, and she be attacked by the patient. And when she come to train with us, she say she want to feel exactly how it's be done. You can talk to her. The name is Julia. She's our instructor. The video we put out there, it's a video when she already be 3-4 years in the system. This is be a final test. And she say, I want this test. I need it test because this is what I'm dealing in my work, in my everyday work. Why, if you want to do review, why you don't want to talk to the lady done that and ask her, look, they are abused. We are abused. We are far away from abuse. We're not abused, not a woman, not a man. For them to get to this level, it's take after 3-4 years. And yes, when you come to the real test, then it's the real test, okay? For the man and for the woman. This is one. The shooting incident. Nobody ran out for the shooting incident. I tell that for so many years. Why you don't contact the guy be shot? And also he tell you the story. He says that I cannot use the shooting gun in South Africa. I'm using any shooting gun in South Africa I want. I'm actually, yesterday come back from the shooting gun. Nothing, I'm still have my firearms. I'm still owning the firearms. Why? Because I'm a king of the world? No, because obviously everything's sorted out legally and I'm all okay. Yes? He say his training is very dangerous. It's true. I cannot argue with that. Yes, I used to put real gun in. It's true. That I cannot argue with that. To say to the guy from Mexico, challenge me, and I be scared to go, that is completely full of nonsense. One, this Mexican guy this Mexican guy, the BJJ, he want to become KALAH instructor. He followed me for many years. In some stage, I start to receive what it's called messenger from people. Idan, this guy qualified KALAH instructor. I say, absolutely not. Why? He say, wait, they start to send me, he gives certificate of KALAH with his signature, and he pass people courses. I said to that, I said, what's going on? Send a contact, I say, what is going on? I said to Ivan, it's my head instructor with KALAH. I said, what is going on? I will not come to Mexico. I don't want this happen. And then we have like a argue on the internet with him. He said, you come to Mexico. And I said, I come to Mexico when I want to and when I can. He said, then if you talk to me like that, I invite you to BJJ match in Italy. I said, 100%, not a problem. Okay? Then I arrived to Italy. I be in Italy. And then the day of the match, the Spanish, and everything is approved. Everything is seen on screenshot. Everything. The Spanish Special Forces. They need emergency training for me and my instructor, Nahum, because they are deployed to Iraq and they have something they need to train and to discuss on that. No problem. What I got to choose? A challenge when this challenge can be arranged again and again and again, or to say to the Special Forces, no, sorry. Of course I will take the Special Forces. Of course. It's the last minute. I fly to Barcelona, train the Special Forces. And then I contact the BJJ, I forgot, Salvador. I contact him, I said to him, listen, I'm going to be Mexico, please come there. He said, yes, I'm coming. I go to Mexico to give seminar. His friends coming to the seminar to see our challenge fight, he's not come. I said to your friend, he said, I don't know why he's not coming. He's not come. Of course, I'm not running to the internet. Oh, you scared? Okay. I contact him again on WhatsApp. I said, why you don't come? No, I can't next time. I said to him, okay, where you want next time? He said, no, I want in Brazil. I say, lucky you. Next month I'm in Brazil. Come to Brazil. Okay? He's not come to Brazil. I have all the WhatsApp, everything. Okay? And I said to him, you need to be ashamed of yourself because you tell half story on McDojo, you don't tell the truth. Another thing he tell you McDojo, what break my heart, he say, I'm stealing money from USA because I done instructor course in the USA and I don't come. You know how I lie this? Because when we done the instructor course in the USA, I say, you have a possibility, I'm not going to come, but I have instructor running the instructor course. And people be qualified, and the instructor course run fully in one of our instructor courses. His name is John, he's from Michigan. He done this instructor course when I stole the money. And he say, Dan, what's he talking about? What he talking about? The course be done, people train, people. I say, but this is for you when people just want to do review just to hurt you. So all this, what we say, you can see how much is lie, or you can say 50% of the story. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. You want some evidence? 100%.
No, I encountered the instructor thing with Fred, right? So when we do the level ones and stuff like that, people are like, but Fred's not coming. I'm like, it's a level 1 or it's an instructor course. There's no promise of Fred being there. Sometimes Fred gets there. Sometimes he'll Fred show up for a day. There's no promise that he's going to be there. And if he clearly stated that and if the course went on and the people got certificates, I'm sorry. This is the problem I have with media. You take a video and you portray it a certain way, then everyone believes that, remember, on a story, there's 3 sides, your side, my side, and somewhere in the middle, right? Yeah. And the video is supposed to be, oh, but that's a video, it's good. No, I'm sorry, you've cut and edited our conversation so many times, and I'm like, oh, really? Wow, he took that out of context, but it was so funny to hear it that way. The video is an image in a moment in time that's construed the way the artist wants it to be. It's not truth. I'm sorry, it's not. So with McDojo taking moments in time, her final test, and she's getting smacked, they didn't hear the stories that followed pre or post. So they take this moment, this blip in time, and they say, oh, this person's a blah because see the video, this is my proof. I'm sorry, no.
Well, and I don't really want to start any drama, any internet drama or anything like that. But like, I guess we
have to play nice, right?
Well, yeah. Again, it's not helping anything. My question though, Idan, is would you consider doing like a one-on-one podcast with McDojo Life? and maybe hashing
No
this stuff
problem.
out. Yeah.
No problem at all. If I be allowed to talk and explain like I explain now, my side of the story, with all the proof I have, not have a problem. I never talk about, I never say about my incident of the shooting on the shooting. I never denied it. But to tell I steal money because I don't come to the course, how you say that the course be run? To tell me I be scared from the challenge. How you say I be scared of the challenge when I bike in 2-3 times after? To tell I am abusing my student and my student. How you say that? Talk to my students, you know. And you say I'm cold. I'm cold. How you say I'm cold? Because I believe in God. I'm forcing my people to believe in God. I'm forcing in people to stand in the circle. Who want to stand in the circle? Stand in the circle. But you don't want to? Don't. You don't believe in God? I love you. You're more than welcome. But how you call to people cold? I don't understand how you call me cold. How you tell me I be scared from? I'm scared from a challenge. I'm scared to lose or to win. I be in a knife. I get stabbed. I get shot in my life. I walk in eye. Do you think I'm scared from this nonsense? You know? Well,
Yeah.
everything out from context.
I would
You know?
recommend you
It's out
guys do it over Zoom because you're very passionate about it, and I'd hate to see you
Well, I say,
get really mad. And
well, I'd say, I think Rob from the McDojo life, they do need to have a conversation because honestly, this man he's never once dodged when he said something, he apologizes. If he truly, again, in my brief interaction with the Dan, in face to face, he's not one that's run from something. He's not one that's tried to bully you with words. He owns his stuff and he truly admits making mistakes, but you should actually have a conversation. A lot of these people are talking and then they've never once sat down and had the conversation and ask.
yeah.
That's the easiest way. I mean, I'm old school. If I have a problem with somebody, I'll come straight to them and say, let's have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can walk away. Yeah, I don't agree with you, you don't agree with me, and that's fine, but it doesn't need to be. The problem is we like to air our dirty laundry to the world, and that's the world likes seeing it. It's the diatribe and crap that's out there that if there's conflict, if there's no conflict, so that's why some of the videos don't do so well on your channels, because no one's saying that's a terrible video, that you should run off and die. They're saying, oh my God, I liked it. It was so great. I love the way you communicate, right? Well, thank you, but could someone say, please die on the channel so I get more views? And that's the worst part of the world. And then why can't we just embrace each other and say, wow, I really appreciate this piece of what you did. You don't have to say, everything Dan teaches is great. I've never once said that. I say what he teaches is wonderful, and I do consider him a teacher.
Yeah.
I've learned from this man.
Yeah.
Right? The stuff that he's taken stuff because of his real life stuff, but it has wrestling roots, it has boxing roots. It's the stuff that he's teaching is fundamentally fine.
Yeah.
But people are so quick to judge because he's aggressive.
Yeah.
He makes no apology for that. And honestly, I don't think you should be a beginner. Mm-hmm. I think you should be intermediate or above. You should truly experience one of his trainings because he honestly does. He's very passionate about what he teaches, and he's not trying to sell you a bill of goods. If you don't like his way, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, Idan. I could never. Somebody said, because I did videos with Cliff and Fred and now you, somebody accused me of defending charlatans, and the last thing I would ever call you is a liar. Like, after going to one of your seminars, I truly believe you believe in what you're teaching. Like, you believe it.
So wait, they think we're fake, we're charlatans?
They one guy said, like, you have
because we're not BJJ or boxing.
I don't know.
Or
like,
karate?
They said I need to get help because I defend charlatans, and I'm like, all I'm doing is I'm a journalist. I go out and I explore what interests me, and learning from a guy who's been with the Israeli Mafia and it lives in South Africa, and
he walks the walk, man.
He walks the walk and trains with live ammunition. That's interesting, you know?
Look, I'm just a human being, nothing else. But when people say to me, you know, what you're talking about and all these things, and I can even prove of students survived knife attack, gun, offensive gun, manchete, and so on, you know, I have a proof. I have a proof fact, you know?
Yeah.
And that's it. If this fact not enough for you, to show you, look, this system, by glory of God, have two people here. Fact, look the guy, look the injury, look the news article. If this is not a good reference for you, then I don't know what is a good weapon.
They're never going to be happy. They're truly people. This is what actually you taught me being strip mall sensei, is I can't pick fights with everyone that says something bad about me. And I truly have to let it go. And this is, Fred's taught me this, and with the dad, there's moments in time that you can't change someone's opinion.
No.
And the fact that I'm not a lesser person for not being able to change their opinion, you're entitled to your opinion. You're gonna hate. That's okay. I'm just gonna keep moving forward with what I do. And the fact that Dan's doing what he's doing, and he makes no bones about it, this is where, when I address the issue, well, what do you do for the Western world? It's like, but it's not for you. And that's okay. I actually love that the response is, because it should be someone not willing to compromise. They teach what they teach, and I want you to recognize that you're teaching something that it's only taught to the military, police, and security forces, but you're willing to teach it to civilians. And when civilians see it, they're like, but that's dangerous. Yeah, no shit. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
And don't get mad at the fact that the training exists what exists. When you go to the militaries, they send you a letter. Sorry, your son or daughter was killed in a training accident.
Yeah.
And I get that, and that does happen. And this is real world.
Yeah.
When you train this level, accidents do happen. But the only way to get this training is by real world experience and grinding.
Well, and that's a good point. Like, do you ever feel like you're casting your pearls before swine? The way, like, you are teaching high level stuff that people usually keep on the hush hush, like, but you're bringing it to civilians. Like, do you ever feel like I said, you're casting your pearls before a bunch of people who can't appreciate it?
I'd say his students actually appreciate it a lot, because they back him.
Look, my student so much appreciate what I teach, from 2003 until now. They so much appreciate. They train hard, not because to show off, because we don't have a choice. You understand that? You need people, we train hard or train extremely or hard because we don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have other choice.
Yeah.
And that's it. If a farmer's 3 people going inside his house with AK-47, he need to know how to do CQB properly. I cannot teach him something Mickey Mouse because you civilians. I teach you something basic. What basic? Every 3 people inside the house with AK-47 and need to protect his wife and his 4 children.
Yeah.
So what I teach is like I'm teaching because I don't have other choice, because the reality not allowed me. When the world become pink like Switzerland, I will close KALAH, return back to drum. Not me to. But the world become worse and worse and worse.
That's great.
Fair enough. Now, before we sort of wrap up, you said you had some things you wanted to get off your chest, Idan. Is there something we missed here that you wanted? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I will say that, and I said that clearly. People, before you judge other person about his past and about what he do or how he done, I want you, first of all, if you are a professional self-defense instructor, no matter what system you are, no matter, if you disagree with someone of his techniques or the way of teaching is 100%, you're allowed to. But never try to attack someone personally, okay, on personal level, to destroy him, to take him down, to take him to courts, to call to police on him, to sabotage his website, to even, what else I suffer, even to call to police on him from his house to his house, okay, and tell, and just destroy him because he make a difference in the self-defense or he disagree with you. Don't do that. Second, to all of my Israeli friends, for contact me secretly on Messenger to tell me I must not to talk about this Kalmaga and that Kalmaga because I'm not supporting Israel. Listen to me carefully. You don't tell me I'm not supporting Israel when I serve my country in the front line. You understand that? And talk to every Kalmaga instructors that contact me on Messenger, and I will still keep it privately. But you are very pushing my red line to start to publish to tell who you are. Do not tell me do not talk to Kalmaga because I'm not to talk about Kalmaga techniques because I'm not supporting Israel. Nothing connection to these two. Okay, you are not supporting Israel by teaching false, stupid things for you to sell certificate and give instructor to every fucking Mickey Mouse and make expert level. How many expert level we have in this fucking world? Every Krav Maga is an expert level. You need to be ashamed of yourself and tell me, and you maybe not support Israel. And last things, about 2 weeks ago when I've been in the USA, I talked to someone very high level at the Krav Maga, Israeli guy, very respectful, just to show him, okay, what also I do in my curriculum and my experience recently. And when I send him this, they prove what I'm doing and what I'm dealing, okay, and he'd be like shock. He almost like his lips become dry. Okay, he said, Dan, I don't know what, he said to me, I don't know how to, after you send me these messages and the proof, I'm sorry for people always talk about your background and this, now I don't know how to take it. I say to him, talk to your people there, yes? Before you judge person and try to take it personal, first of all, make sure you have the full story. And if you cannot get the full story, okay, then keep your mouth shut. Second, never attack someone personally when he disagree with you on techniques. If somebody disagreed with me on techniques, I will never go to put his, never will talk bad things personally on him. And I know people from this community of Krav Maga, high level, selling certificate for money, selling the belts for money. I know your people there even abuse and women in your classes, and I'm not going to manage any name for now. Okay? So I say to you, everyone, let's keep it professional. We can disagree on any techniques, anything. You can say, KALAH, it's rubbish, the gun control and this, 100%. It's your right, okay? But do not attack personally, because the moment you're poking, you don't know what the other person knows about you. That is my message. Thank you for allowing me to do it.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. One last question that somebody wanted me to ask you. Is there a knife you feel, like a style of knife you feel that you cannot protect against? And what is your everyday carry for a knife?
Okay. So I always say a guy know how to use his knife. It's like a guy holding the gun and hold you from a distance. You can't do nothing about that. So if somebody know how to use a knife in a close range, you don't have much defense about that. You can't, if a guy know how to move with the knife and you have a good footwork and a good skill to use the knife, basically, God be with us. You don't have a solution, not in a way of close distance or control. If you can run, but again, not all the time you can run. So people need to understand self-defense is very limited. It's very limited, we are not Rambo. Second, my carry, we have KALAH knife. I don't know if you can see, this is our KALAH knife, basically. This is our fixed blade. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, we can see that.
Mm-hmm. Blade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I have our folder knife, also KALAH. And I always give advice I always give advice. I say, always carrying with you 2 knives. You say, why you carrying 2 knives? You Rambo? I say, no. If I have somebody with the knife next to me and I can see how he holds the knife, I will take one of my knife from my pockets and I throw on him, because maybe I can escape. But if I cannot escape, and when I saw the knife and I put the other fixed blade, because he will duck or be scared, I will run and give him what I need to give and escape. So this is why I'm carrying 2 knives, because I'm not going to go somewhere now with a knife fighting and all these things. Fuck that. So I take 1 knife, throw on him, and take the other knife, connect, or if I can run, I run. And of course, I'm carrying my gun also. I'm carrying a CZ P07.
TZP. Nice. He's getting it out.
Okay.
And that's it.
Thank you so much for coming on, Idan. You've told us a lot of interesting stories, a lot of wisdom. Where can people find you?
People can find me on Facebook, Idan Abolnik. On Instagram, it's called KALAH Combat System. And internet, www.kalahsystem.com. And I just want to say, guys, God bless you, everyone. And no matter what you train, just train realistic, and do not forget to bring reality to your brain. That's all.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Remember to like and subscribe and follow Idan as well. Also follow Cliff on Instagram at Cliff Odette the Fighter.
You picked that name, by the way.
I picked that name. I'm so good at marketing. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you soon.